In the Middle East today, Israel is ramping up its airstrikes on Gaza. One strike hit a school sheltering displaced Palestinians in a refugee camp. This is video of the aftermath. Hospital staff in Gaza say at least 17 Palestinians were killed, 32 others injured. According to an eyewitness, almost all of those who were affected were either women or children. Israel's military says it hit a Hamas command center that was embedded in that school-turned-shelter. Let's take you right now live to Jerusalem and our senior correspondent, Sasha Petrusik, once again on the very latest. These latest strikes, Sasha, we're starting to get further information. A refugee camp, a school-turned-shelter. What more can you tell us about the strikes themselves and those who were killed and wounded in this?
Well, Heather, this has happened numerous times over the past few weeks. In fact, it's been increasing as Israel ups its operations in central and northern Gaza. This was in central Gaza. The Nuseirat refugee camp is one of the larger ones. As we have seen throughout the territory, we've had thousands of people who have been sheltering there. They've moved around many times. There are about 2 million people in Gaza who are doing this and trying to find anywhere they can that is safe. They assumed that this school in the camp might be. It was hit by an airstrike, an Israeli airstrike. Israel, as has been the case many times, is saying that they are after Hamas fighters and that they are saying generally that there was a command center somewhere in that compound. No more details than that, and usually we don't get more details than that. This has been really the kind of thing that people in these camps have had to deal with, even though they are told in many cases that these areas are supposed to be safer than other parts of Gaza for them to go to. This was one of the people who was affected today. We talked to them. We, of course, as foreign journalists, are not allowed to go into Gaza, but we do have people there who go and find people who have been affected, eyewitnesses to this, and this is what we have been hearing from people, that they have been besieged and starved, and now today this is what they saw.
والله ما بنعرف فجأة ضربوا صاروخ بيحكوا في صفين كلهم أطفال ونساء ولعوا أجوا الإسعاف المدني وأخذهم بيحكوا كلهم شهداء ومقطعين وأشلاء إحنا نازحين وكل الناس اللي بنعرفهم في المدرسة مدنيين ما لهمش علاقة بشيء كلهم أطفال ونساء ورضع اللي راحوا حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل.
Now, Heather, this, of course, is going on in addition to the Israeli ground operations and air operations in northern Gaza. We were showing you those earlier this week, showing the smoke that's been rising there at another refugee camp. Those, of course, are continuing as Israel tries to go after some of these remaining Hamas fighters. They say they have captured 200 Hamas fighters. And there have also been thousands and thousands of Palestinians in the north who, in the meantime, have been displaced once again. Heather?
Sasha, the diplomatic efforts to end the war, end the scenes like we've just seen this morning continue. We have the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Qatar today. The U.S., Qatar, and Egypt all talking and trying their efforts ongoing to reach a ceasefire and to bring the hostages home as well. Any progress from the talks today thus far?
Maybe. That's the best answer that there is. Antony Blinken has been making the rounds, is continuing to make the rounds of the Middle East. He was here in Israel a few days ago, trying to convince the Israeli government that this is a good time for a ceasefire, especially in Gaza. Not clear that he made any progress here, but he did say today that it looks like the negotiators will be getting together, including Israeli negotiators and American, in Qatar in a few days. This was his comment after the meeting today with the Qatari foreign minister.
We talked about options to capitalize on this moment and next steps to move the process forward. And I anticipate that our negotiators will be getting together in the coming days.
So this is going on, but there's, again, no sign that there has been any breakthrough as far as that goes. Probably won't be until the Israeli negotiators arrive, and even then it's questionable. I just want to add one other thing that is going on as far as Lebanon is concerned. There have been talks in Paris today. The French Prime Minister Macron President Macron was sharing this. He has brought together Lebanese officials and officials from a number of other countries to try to move forward some kind of a ceasefire proposal there. The Israelis are very lukewarm to this. In fact, there's been a bit of a war of words between the French president and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, criticizing each other for the way that Israel has been handling the war in Lebanon. That doesn't seem to have calmed down, but a number of other suggestions about maybe how the fighting there could pause or perhaps even end. Heather?
Thank you very much, Sasha. Sasha is our senior correspondent leading our coverage team out of Jerusalem this morning.